My name is Lennox. This is my little brother. Today, you're not going to see me play. You're going to see my little brother play. He's going to be the commentator. He's going to be the master. Okay, so start the game.
Okay. He played Dale, creating his first weakness.
Okay, looks like he's doing a standard opening. Oh, that's a dumb move.
I know what he's doing. When he plays Dale, he's attacking my weakness. What I always do is I defend my weakness by playing Knight Heal.
They've gone for the 4-move checkmate.
But I'm not gonna let them do that. I'm just gonna play
Scholars. Let's go with mate. They always try to do it.
Yeah.
Even some weaklings try to get it on me, but it backfires. You lose in lean tempos. Okay, developing normally. No model. Okay, he can whenever he wants. He can just do whatever. Okay, what do you do? But you're leaving a big hole in your territory. If I were you, I would like. Maybe you should like. What's your weakness right now?
Well,
like these squares around your king are weak. So what's a different move when you want to develop your bishop? Because you also know he's going to play bishop there. And also, how are you going to get yourself the castle while defending the knight, while defending these weak squares? Yeah, it's easy. The opponent isn't very good, so. Wonder what Cersei's opponent does. Okay, I've seen that before. It doesn't do. It actually doesn't do any damage. It's just a very weakling move.
Probably to like play knight here to take.
That's what all of them do.
But you could just castle defending it.
I'll be going.
I think his weakness is probably like he his weakness is probably like I think that square is pretty weak because I control it. Like I can put my knight there whenever I want and it attacks his queen, also threatening to discover to fuck his king and rook. So that square is kind of weak. So I think I'm gonna play knight here. And he can like go back to defend it, but that puts his queen back where it started.
And you lost a move.
Yeah. Yep, he just lost the move. So I kind of want to take that knight. So when he takes back with the pawn, he has doubled pawns, and now he can't castle that way. But my light squared bishop is being blocked by that pawn. So I need to move that pawn. Probably like there. Attacked my knight. So because he wanted my not the threat of me like fucking his king and rook so he can get his queen back out. So I'm gonna move my knight back here. Keep on controlling the center squares.
Just a side comment. Back in this position, the best move was actually to take the knight and then play knight to e6. That's just a side comment. By the way, it's his turn. That's why you need to get rid of that knight before you can do that. But you're still just fine.
I could castle and it still defends that. Well, now he hasn't, like, if that dark squared bishop ever leaves, like, goes to a different square that's not on the diagonal, then his knight would be weak, and like I can move that knight, to discover attack that. But the problem is that his bishop is there on the diagonal. Wow, that's a bad move. That's a bad move. Ooh. He picked the pawn. I don't really think it's a good move.
In fact, only beginners who are very bad playing.
Yep.
So it could be sometimes favorable in the endgame.
But is it the endgame? No, I don't think so.
It's barely into the opening.
Okay, he castled. Well, I think that his weaknesses is like his rooks. One of his rooks are weak, but you can't really attack that. So, and other than that, he doesn't really have a weakness. But now I'm looking at what weak squares does he have. And I also, well, I see that pawn's kind of weak because only the king is defending it. So like if I get a piece there, I can like the king has to take it because only the king's defending it. So what I'm gonna try to do, I want my bishop here and my queen here, so I could deliver checkmate. But that would take some moves, and his queen's still guarding that square. So what do I do? Well, I see that one piece isn't active. My dark squared bishop isn't doing really anything. So I need to activate my dark squared bishop. So I could like move my knight and then play bishop here, trying to make a battery. So I'm gonna move my knight. Probably here. So he plays pawn there. I don't know why. So I'm gonna like try to get my pieces more at his king. Well, now let's look. Does he have any weaknesses? Well, I still have a plan. Like someday when that pawn is pinned to the king, I could take that, but I can't do it now because that pawn's not pinned to the king. So I think that his weak pieces is still one book, but it's still not be able to get attacked from my pieces. So does he have any weak squares now? Well, he just created a weak square there because only his king is defending that square. So all I need is my bishop to get here and my queen to get here so I can deliver checkmate also. So he pinned my bishop to my king. So I need to move my king like here, probably. So I'm gonna play king here. Hmm. I know why he played queen there. He played queen there so he can play queen to h6 check. And that won't be really good for me. So I need to stop him from playing there. So I could like play. I could play pawn here, and it blocks him from actually like doing any threats. So, does he have any weaknesses? Well, he doesn't really have too much weaknesses. But does he have any weak squares? Well, once again, that's still a weak square. Yes, the h2 square is still weak because it's only defended by the king. So I don't really know why he can make that not a weak square. Like he could play queen to g3, but and that like stops the h2 square to be not a weakness. So I don't know what he's gonna do. Let's see what he could do. Yep, he played there like I thought he would do. But I need to defend that pawn more times. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play pawn here. So I can defend the g5 pawn more. Because he's trying to win my g5 pawn. So Now he is kind of, well, that isn't the best move. That's just he like, I don't know, wants to just say a move to pass it to my turn. Not really doing a flip. I'm gonna have to wait mine knight square bishop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play bishop here. So I can like control more squares. So he pushed his pawn because I can't take his pawn because my pawn's pinned. So I'm gonna unpin my pawn by playing king here. But now he has a weak file all the way down the dark square diagonal, all the way over here. He like has weak squares, like he has so much weak diagonals. So he took. I'm gonna take with my bishop because I just like, I don't wanna take with the pawn because that is an open file. Like if he moves his king over to like f2 and plays rook over to h1, he'll have an open file. So I'm gonna take with my bishop. So he took with his bishop. I'm gonna take with my queen because his queen is doing way more stuff than me. So I want to be able to trade off his good queen with my bad queen. Now I'm gonna take. So he played knight there because he wanted to level up his knight, but that's not the best move. Like I could like play pawn to a6, so he can't
Messy position,
like
huh?
play knight to b5, getting in my territory. I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna play pawn to a6.
Whoa, Cyrus survived the opening and middle game. Or should I say Cyrus's opponent survived? I knew Cyrus was going to survive, but in the end of the game,
Whoa, he's opening up his king. Like he wants to after all the pieces are traded off, so he can use the G2 square instead of playing king to H2. And he also wants to open up the position. And it also blocks
to me actually kind of looks like a draw.
And it also blocks my bishop.
That's what I was thinking.
So,
but what's the good side?
Well, the good side is that, well, there's also a bad thing that he could move his king and then play rook over here, having an open file.
What's the good thing?
Well, the good thing is that I have knights. In a messy position, knights are better because they can jump over pawns.
What is the weakness in his territory?
His weakness is that pawn, but I can't.
A weakness is a piece, pawn, or square.
So,
are there any weak pieces? Answer?
Not really.
Yeah, no.
Well,
are there any weak pawns?
Well, not the weak pawns that you can attack them.
Yeah, 0. But what about weak squares?
That's a weak square because I'm defending it with 2 pawns.
What's that called?
A outpost. So I want my knight to get to the outpost.
Okay, and how?
I could move my light square bishop and then play knight here, here, and then here. Or I could play knight here, here, and here.
Which is faster.
So I'm going to play knight here. Yup.
And once you control that square, you're dominating. What? Oh, you're running low on time, so he doesn't have to talk. He needs to go in silent mode. Because Cyrus skipped low. When Cyrus is low on time, he doesn't think very well.
He wants to stop me from playing there. But how does he? I don't really see it. But I'm going to play knight here. I see what he's doing. He wants to play knight to B.
He wants to get to that D5 outpost. All I hear him to do is tell Cyrus what Cyrus' opponent wants to do. And he figures out how to stop it.
He played pawn to D4.
What is it even threatening?
I don't know.
So?
I guess he wants to open up the position for his rooks to attack.
But do we care?
No. And he also, I see what he wants to do. He wants to make these 2 pawns off so my knight he wants.
But he can't even do it. So just do what you think you should do.
I think I should take that pawn.
What? You just took away the finish of that square.
So.
And he are also
want
to take it back with.
But I think that I should probably just get my knight to the outpost first.
Yeah, because he's not really threatening anything.
Yeah.
I think actually a better move was knight there to stop him from ever getting an open file. But either move is okay if you ask me. What happens if he plays king there?
What is that doing? He wants to get the open file.
So what do you do if he does do that?
like if he plays king there, I could. He took my
didn't.
pawn. So I'm gonna take that pawn. Also double.
It's a simple move. You don't have to say anything simple moves.
I don't really want to do that
Because
because
teaching Cyrus how to work a YouTube channel sort of thing. Like this is his first time.
because he could like I don't really want to do that because he could have this open file.
But your knight can always block it, right?
Yeah.
What his opponent's gonna do? Honestly, I think he's going to move his rook.
Yeah.
F to D1. Because if he moves his rook, A, what will you do?
I could.
No, it doesn't work. Because he invades. I was thinking he could take that, but the rook invades there. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Well, you're defending that, so maybe you could do it.
Maybe.
He might put here and here. So what will you do if he does that?
I could like if he plays.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Your turn. Whenever he plays a move.
He already played a move.
He didn't.
When is he gonna play a move? I don't know.
Now I'm just going to go watch his game on my computer. Now he's using his computer. Well, mom, so I'm gonna be in a different room.
He played knight there. Well, but I don't really know why he played knight there. I don't think there's a reason. So I'm just gonna get a open file. He played knight there because he wants to trade off my knight. But I don't want my knight to get away from the outpost. I don't want my knight to. So I want to get my knight. Well, like I could play like rook to D2. He took my knight just like I saw he would do. I'll take back. Now I'm threatening to win a pawn. The pawn on B2. He pushed that pawn. So what I could do is I could like play rook to D5. Actually, attacking his pawn again. He pushed his pawn again. Now I need to get my Edo knight active. Like I could play knight. Well, first I need to get my rook back down. But I'm kind of running out of time. He played there, which isn't really a good move. Now I could play knight here. He played rook there. I could play taking the open file. He pushed his pawn to attack my knight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play knight here. Whoa, that's a bad move. He sacrificed his rook. And now I take that. Now I'm just gonna beat him. I'm just gonna beat him easily. Wow. Yeah. All the best moves? Wow. I just want to get my knight in there. And let's get my, like, I could probably try to make a pawn storm. And now I'm gonna win. For a second I thought I was gonna lose because my time was running out. Back. I think I just made a mouse slip. What? I was thinking about something, but I didn't really want to play it. So I accidentally did a mouse slip, but I'm still gonna win because I'm still winning. Because I could blockade that pass pawn. Now it's not a pass pawn at all. Now he's trying to get some active, but I'm not gonna let him do that. I'm gonna get my king in the game. So right now he has a lot of weaknesses. Like his E5 pawn is a weakness, his B4 pawn is a weakness, his A4 pawn is a weakness. Like he has so much weaknesses. I'll attack one of his weaknesses. I'm attacking the B4 pawn. And he can't really like defend it. Yeah, that's not a really good move because I could like have a pass pawn, and how can he really stop my pass pawn? Whoa. Yeah, he can't really like pass that my pass pawn. Now I gotta take that pawn. Now I'm gonna get pass pawns on both sides of the boards. Yes, you can get that pawn, but while you get that pawn, I'm gonna gobble up all yours pawns. And now I have a pass pawn. You can't stop both. Yes, you can get my knight, but I have a queen. Oh, you pushed your pawn? I'll get a queen first. And then when he gets a queen, I can skewer his king and queen. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah. Now he got a skewer. I'll take that queen. And I'm just gonna win. Let's take that pawn. I don't want him having any win threats. I'm gonna check him. I'm gonna play king here. I'm gonna push my pawn. I'm gonna check him. And I'm gonna win. Check him again. Check him again. And he doesn't really have too much good moves. I'm just gonna check him again. Now let's check him. Check him. I could push. And checkmate. And that was a good game. And
Well, that was a beautiful game.
mm-hmm.
Well, I want to show you what you should have done. Like, you were in a pickle in one position.
Yeah.
He could have gone and beaten you up. Here itself is not going to move. After there, that's a huge mistake.
Because he now I
could have
see he
played-
can play push
Boom!
immediately. And then I'll lose because then he'll get a queen.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
But it's lucky.
I was like, don't you play that.
But luckily that he did not play pawn push.
Luckily, it's not good, Sad.
So
Not good.
bye-bye.
Okay, well, see you later. Also, another thing. So there. It takes. Wait, let me go to the game report. What happened? Go anyone, okay. Should take your knight.
Yeah, he should have taken my knight, so then he promotes. But then I skewer him, take, check, and there, check.
After there, check, there, check, there, check, there, You should have checkmated him. After there, you also should have checkmated him. And here, you should have just immediately. Yeah. On here was the best move. In there, forced. Checkmate.